Welcome back, guys, to another episode in week 2 of UC Organic. Want to give you a short update on the growth that we've got going on. As you can see, we got lots and lots of product up. We've got beets, very visible from this end to the other end. That's 30 feet, 2 rows. So you're looking at 50, 60 feet of beets. Radishes, phenomenal growth. 60 feet of radishes. And carrots are now coming through. As you can see, we've got a row here, a row there, a row there, and a row there. Look at all that phenomenal growth. Now you're talking 120 feet of carrots. Now this particular carrot that I grew is a stubby half carrot. So I wanted something that would grow very, very fast and mature very fast. So that's why I chose that one. Those are some of the carrots that I grew last year and was very successful with it. But just quickly wanted to talk about how I set these beds up for those of you that are trying to get into growing product and you've never done it and you just want to hear from someone that has a little bit of experience. I am not a pro. This is something I just decided to do. And for all of you that watch my video from the first week, I appreciate the views. I appreciate the subscribers. And definitely keep watch because I will keep a weekly update unless the weather permits me not to do so. So this bed, as you can see, it says a 2x10 all the way around, which should give me the right height that I need to grow whatever it is I want. Potatoes, carrots, any tubular, any root product. I want to make sure I had enough depth, and that's why I used a 2x10 to get that raised up. Now this soil is clay. You cannot grow anything but grass and trees in clay, guys. This is why I do raised beds on everything that I grow, so that I can amend the soil the way I want it to. Now what I did as far as the soil, once I erect the bed, I used a weed blocker on the bottom to suppress the weeds. Now you can use cardboard, you can use various things, but I chose the weed blocker. And then I used topsoil, peat moss, sand, and black cow manure. Now there are many options out there that you can use in order to get the nutrients in the soil. There are organic composts that you can get, hummus, things like that. I just chose black cow because when I was growing up as a child, I remember going to the levee and we saw cows all the time. And I remember watching that levee, how green it was. And those cows just had manure plastered everywhere, and that grass was just super green on that levee. So I chose to do that because I wanted to see. Now there are a lot of people online that'll tell you what to use as far as a mixture. I created my own mixture, and I wanted to make sure that I use things that I know and some things that I didn't know. Now the other component that I use when mixing the soil, I use an azomite or rock dust. They say it adds minerals back into the soil so that the plants will have certain minerals in it that will pass those things on to us as humans when we eat the product. So that's what I use, and I just layered it. Once I completed a layer, I just repeated that layer each time until I got the right height that I wanted. And the very last layer before I put seed in the ground was black cow. So when that seed began to germinate, it germinated in black cow and then began to go down as the roots grew into the layers below. Watering system, guys, you can use whatever you want. This is an irrigation system that I have set up on a timer. I didn't always have that. I started out with a water hose, holding it in my hand. Then I went from that to a sprinkler system. And then I went from that to, as you see now, the irrigation system that I have set up on a timer. So you don't have to be intimidated by the fancy things that you see. Take your time, map it out how you want it to go. Try to advance each time that you set it up, each time you grow things. And it doesn't have to be a big experience for you trying to get those things done. So as you can see, we've got phenomenal growth on everything here. I have the beds off on the other three. We've got phenomenal growth in that as well, and I'll show you. As you can see, we've got early peas all the way down. They're coming up so fast that I had to set up a small trellis system for it. And as you can see, I've got string going down 3 layers. That's to keep that plant growing straight so that it doesn't lean and give it some support. Now, next to that, I've got potatoes, 3 rows of potatoes. They are just starting to bulge up, coming out. But as you can see, the watering system is set up for that as well. And then over here, this row, I've got, from the last video, remember, I have onions, but I also planted greens. Let's get a little close up here so we can see what we got. So as you can see, those greens are coming up all the way down. I've got 2 rows in this 1-foot section. 2 rows of greens in this 1-foot section. And then this one here, this is a Georgia collard. They have not become up yet. Now all these were planted at the same exact time. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. But I wanted to make a short video to show you guys what the growth was. Today is April 2nd. And as you can see, this is the last bed to be set. We're almost at that stage. I'll be planting a lot of the hot products. Now watching the weather, it's a little cloudy, but it's warm today. So this is why I wanted to take the hoop tunnels off, the grow tunnels, so we can get some direct sunlight on those plants and get that photosynthesis activated. Nice. Everything else is doing very well. The grapevines are starting to bud break. So is the raspberries. The blackberries are doing exactly the same. They're sending out shoots. And the cherry tree is doing exactly the same thing. So everything is right on schedule. The apple tree is doing lovely. As you can see, we're almost ready to get buds and flowers. Doing very well. Done a little bit of cleaning up. Cut the grass, did some trimming. Set everything up to be ready for growth. Now you want to stay organized if you're going to have a garden. The reason is because there are some times that you will not be able to get out to attend to the garden. So you don't want things to be all wild. As you can see, I've trimmed, cut the grass in a manageable height, keeping things nice and neat. And as you can see also, I've also set out my traps. Now I set traps out because I have a lot of product that I'm growing. And I get squirrels, raccoons, I get all type of critters out here. And I want to make sure and keep that under control. And as you can see, I've got another trap over here with the blackberries. And I can show you what happens. The squirrels, they come in and they dig. So as a gardener, you definitely want to protect your product. It's man against nature. Unfortunately, nature will more than likely win, but you can tone it down just a little bit. As you can see, the plum tree is doing very well, all blossoms. It's about time to take a lot of that out. You see, I've tilled the grass and tilled the garden to get ready to set up for the other blackberries. And here are the strawberries, growing very, very well. We're going to have lots and lots of strawberries this year. The Albions are doing very well as the Everberry. So that's a quick update to show you what's going on. This bed here, again, will be set up shortly. As you can see, I've got my mulch all set and ready so that I can have everything looking all nice and pretty. Phenomenal growth. Very, very well organized. And as you can see, there is a potato. Look at that. First to break ground. Nice. Again, UC Organic, Ferguson, Missouri. Backyard gardening, guys. Anybody can do it. It's not hard. You get it organized and set, and you're ready to go. You can grow your own food. A quick shout out to some of the suppliers that I use. A lot of the seeds I grow on my own from previous plants. Stark Brothers provided me some of the fruit trees. I've got the double apple tree and the double plum tree. A lot of the grapevines, raspberries, I've got those things from some of the big box stores. You guys can just pick up whatever it is you're looking for, but do the research, find out what works, what grows, what is the easiest thing to grow, and then go from there. But other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the views from the last video. I appreciate the subscribers. Share the video with others so that they can learn and be entertained as well. So, closing out another week of UC Organic Gardening, Urban Country. Until the next video, happy gardening, guys.